Alright guys, this is Eric with Project DIY. Today we gotta get this water heater. I'm gonna be installing the new one. Now I will go ahead and say the lighting's not gonna be the greatest down there. I'm gonna do what I can so you can see what everything's going on. But we gotta get this downstairs. We'll get them swapped out and we'll show you the process of how to do that. Alright, here we are. Like I said, the lighting's horrible. There's a light back here behind us, but there's nothing up here. I'll be able to show you still all the main stuff you're gonna do. I'll make sure you can see it and all that good stuff, but I know, like I said, the lighting's not gonna be ideal. But we're still gonna show you how to do this. So first thing we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead and plug up our hose right here. It's where you're gonna drain the water from. We'll put a pipe on here, turn it on, run right over to the drain. So let's do that first. All right, now before we do turn that on, let's go up here. There's the shut-off valve. We're gonna shut that off because if not, you're gonna be draining the water and water's still gonna be coming in there and you're gonna be like, why is this thing not empty now? Because it keeps refilling. So we're gonna turn this here. A valve, when it's in line with the pipe like that, that means it's on. We turn it like this. That means the water's off now, so there's no more water that's gonna flow down into the tank once we start draining. Go ahead and open this up. Let's drain. Alright, we're going to disconnect our gas line here, but before you do that, you need to come up here and turn off your gas, which is right there. You just turn that, see how it's in line with the pipe like I was saying, that means it's on. We'll turn it. There we go. So we just disconnected the gas line from off this nipple. That way it's free from it so I can spin this out. Because mine is going to be super close, I might be able to use this on the other one. Here we go. This new one's a little bit taller than the other one. I don't know how much you can tell from the distance. But I think I'm still going to be able to use these two lines. Sometimes I went ahead and bought two new lines, but I think if I can, I'm going to see if I can disconnect from here and then I'll just reconnect them onto these here. So that's going to be our next step. Alright, we got our water lines disconnected. All I did, I think I'm going to be able to reuse these because I think this whole system's going to work out where I don't have to replace it. So I just undid these shark bites. This one was down in here. Valve, shark bite is up on this one. I did them, so I want to screw these. Already broke the screw those. Let me show you a trick real quick. If you don't have the special tool, which I did not have it with me, I have one, I just don't have it with me. What you can do is you can use a pair of adjustable wrench, and what you do, I'm not going to do it for real here, I'm going to show you what to do though. If I do this one here, water's gonna go everywhere. You just put your adjustable wrench on there. Don't dent it, but draw it up where it's tight. And then what you want to do is this little flange right here. You want to push that down with those adjustable wrench right there. Kind of grab it like this. You'll push down and then use your other hand to pull the pipe out, and it will pop right off. That's how I did both of these. It worked perfect. So there's a little tip for you if you get in that scenario and you do not have the tool with you, or if you're a homeowner and you don't even happen to have the tool, a pair of adjustable wrench, just like that right there, does the exact same thing. So we have these removed. I'm going to unscrew my vent. We've got our new gas water heater sitting here. First thing, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the, we'll go ahead and get the gas hooked up on it, which is right here. We took it all apart. Connects in the exact same spot. Right there, that green plastic piece will come out. We're going to thread that back on there, connect it back onto that, and then our gas will be hooked up. And don't forget, when you're doing gas, that you need to have some pipe dope. Pipe thread sealant, okay? You need to make sure you put some of that on there. This here just gets all on the threads there, and it keeps
everything's sealed because you're dealing with gas. You don't want any gas getting out, and you'd be having to smell it. It's not good. Or if something gets lit, then something real bad could go wrong. Alright, gas is hooked up. Up here we'll hook the vent back up, then we'll hook the PEX, and we'll be ready, and we'll put our pipe on there. I just took the one off the other side, and it'll be ready to rock and roll. And I got some self-drilling screws, makes it a whole lot easier. Alright, with that attached, now let's grab our shark bites again. We'll put these on. Alright, before we put shark bites on, we want to go and put some Teflon tape on here. Here's another thing to remember that a lot of people don't necessarily do right. When you start running this on, it's going to thread. It's going to thread this way. Okay. So whatever way it threads, that's the way you want to run it. Because if I run my tape the wrong way, if I start my tape where it starts to unravel it, I want it to turn that tape to where it's not going to make it want to come off. So if I run it the opposite way I'm threading it, it's going to want to make that tape come off. It probably will still be fine, just it's still better to run it that way if you can. So this one here, I want to run it like this because this is the way that it is going to thread on. Once you get it installed, it just have to be like that right there. Have your tape on there. And we'll grab our shark bite and just spin it on. Like I said, you don't have to do that, but it's better to have it on there if you can. Just hand tighten it here, and we'll come back in a minute with the wrench and tighten it on. And we'll pop that bad boy back on. Like I said, this one was a little bit taller as well, so I may wind up cutting some of this. I don't know, I'll see. I probably will, because you can see it's pretty maxed out right now. I could get it in there, but it's gonna be a little easier just to snip 3-4 inches off, so that's probably what I'll do. So we'll do the same thing to this other side, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, now to cut our pipe, we have here, I've got this little tool here. You buy them at Lowe's, they're like maybe 10, 12 bucks. I mean, they're not very much. Just pull apart. And then as you crank the handle, like so, got the little gears in there. And as you crank the handle, it gets tighter, and it makes a perfect clean cut on this PEX. It makes it great. Now I'll saw cut it, pop it in there, and water lines will be hooked up. We can turn it on, let it start filling up. So let me show you how well this cuts. Let's see how far. Let's see how far down we want to cut this. Let's cut it right there where my finger's at. Perfect cut. Now let's grab a pipe. Push down firmly. There we go. That one's in there. Same thing with this one here. We're going to cut a little bit probably off of this one. Yeah, because they got the valve on that. So we'll cut a little bit off of that top piece here. Cut off a little bit here, that way we can fit the other on there. Same thing, we're going to get this up on top of here. Ooh. Had a crash landing. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. That one there's connected back now. Alright, we have everything hooked up. There's your hot going out, code coming in. Everything's hooked up. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. I always like to turn it back on slowly, just don't just rush all at once. It's a lot of pressure sometimes all at one time. Alright, so to light this thing, you just put it down here on pilot. I already have it lit right now. It'll be on off. Just turn it down here to pilot, the knob, and then you're gonna push this clicker button here. You push about once a second for up to 90 seconds. It says if it doesn't work, then you go back. It took me probably 20-30 clicks. I don't know if it's got to clear the gas out or what, but it took about 20-30 clicks. And then right here, you can see, let me move my light so you can see the status. See how that's blinking now? And then once it starts blinking, you let out on the knob because it pushes in. You let out on the knob and then put it at your setting you want, which I have it on hot right now. I don't want to go any hotter than that because it starts getting the water too hot and and then you can burn yourself. So that's how you light it. And remember, make sure you turn the gas on, because if you don't turn the gas on, it will not light. Alright, well, we got that hot water heater put in. And it was something I had zero plans of doing, but I had a rental house. Somebody moved out, somebody moved in, then we found out water heater wasn't working, so I had to hurry up and get one put in to so they could have hot water. So, as you can see, it really isn't that difficult. Hopefully this helped you guys. You know, if you would, give us a subscription, hit the like button, hit that notification, the little bell, that way when I have different videos like this one here, had no clue this video was coming, but that's gonna happen all the time with me. I always got something going on, so when I have something like that happen, hopefully it could be something that's relevant to you guys, or you know what, just to learn something new. So hit that notification. As soon as I make a new video and get it up, put it on, you guys will be notified and you can watch it and check it out and hopefully learn something from it. So remember, why hire a guy when you can DIY? And also, just to throw this out there, I called some plumbers just to see what this is gonna run. These people was wanting like $1,200 to do this. You know how long it took me to do this? Like 3 hours. I mean, granted, part of their cost is gonna be the equipment, but I had a very, very hard time paying $1,200 for somebody to do something in like 2 or 3 hours. And they was gonna make probably $600 to $800 of that $1,200. So, just a tip as well, why you need to do this yourself. Project DIY. Stay tuned. Thanks.